Here's why I believe it's the best time to start a writing-based business, because it's never been more obvious than it is now how important the power and influence of writing actually is. This is the best time to demonstrate that to other people, and you can get paid for it in 100 different ways for as much as you want to ask, really, if you just can see the value you can bring to people. There's a lot of pitfalls to avoid and traps to stay clear of. I'm going to help you with those in this video. This is a high content, high signal, low noise transmission, so pay attention or you'll need to go back and watch it again, which you might want to do anyway. Probably a good idea. Now, what led me to produce this video to start with? I was watching Brandon Sanderson in a discussion on his podcast about his company's no AI policy. Like they called Google and had Google Suite remove all the AI features, including autocorrect in Google Docs, because they didn't want any AI in their company at all, anywhere, not even a hint. Now, some have applauded that. I think he's a smart entrepreneur. I've been a big fan of his for a long time. And I think that this instance illustrates how we can all get into a place of being somewhat protectionistic, somewhat territorial. Because a friend of mine and I were talking about this, and my friend said, well, of course, Brandon can do that because he's Brandon. He doesn't need any new readers, doesn't need any new customers. He's got something to protect, something to lose. So of course he's going to be protective of that. I've been pro-AI for a long time. I've been a pro-AI advocate. And this is the first time I've stopped and actually considered, seriously, the pessimistic view of AI, the protectionistic, territorial view of AI, and I don't like it. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. If you look at the authorscape, at how many well-known authors admit to using AI in their work, it's 0. Now, I don't believe that's true. I believe some of them are using it and won't say so. And that's disingenuous. But I'm not here to point fingers at those people. I'm here just to say the reality, which is it's here to stay. The toothpaste is out of the tube. The genie is out of the bottle. It's too late. You've got to accept people are going to be using it and already are. And they're going to continue to do so. And it's going to continue to get better at what it does. Yes, it gets better every week. It's amazing how much better it is this week than it was last week at writing, copy, and poetry, and songs, and fiction, and whatever you ask it to write, and creating videos and drawings. It's going to keep getting better. So I think our job as creators, as artists, is to learn how to use this tool to create the things we see in our minds, the things we have a vision for, the things we creatively invent that AI is not going to invent because it doesn't have a soul. It's not really intelligent. It's a good pattern recognition engine. It's a good pattern replication engine. It's not thinking. It's not self-aware in the way we think of that terminology. How do I know? Because the only creature that is self-aware that we know of, in the way we mean that those words, are humans, created in the image of God. My approach to AI is I will use it in the ways in which it works well to extend my creativity, my productivity, and speed up my work. In fact, I was talking with my friend Michael yesterday afternoon, and I told him my copy now is better than it ever has been, but I'm a little slower than I used to be for 2 reasons. One reason is I have Parkinson's and it's slowed me down. The second reason is I'm using AI. And you might say, well, doesn't that make you faster? It makes me faster to final draft, but it gives me more time to work on the craft more carefully. Now think about what I just said. I'm using speed now, not as a description of time to finish a project. I'm using it as a qualitative measure of how good is the work I'm doing in between start and finish time. There's a real difference now, and it's an improvement because I'm able to take more time on the things that matter most, the careful crafting of sentences and phrases that trigger emotional responses in human beings. There will be a market niche for boutique holdouts Luddites who proclaim 100% we don't use AI at all or 100% AI free. Those companies and people are very few and far between. I don't recommend that. That's going to be a hard way to go. It's going to be hard to compete. You're going to have to charge a huge amount of dollars to make it worth your while. There will be a glimmer of creators who simply push the button, copy and paste the junk they get by doing that, paste it into ebooks and sales pages and products and whatever else they're making, and they will sell that junk to anybody who will pay for it, and many people will pay. There'll be a glut of content and entertainment and books and videos and courses, and people will pay for them, and they'll be mad because the courses and videos and books and entertainments are junky and terrible and mediocre. At first, they'll pay for it, and then they'll stop. We'll all get smarter, faster. It's already happening. I already see it happening. And that's going to make it a beautiful place and a beautiful time for you and I, because if you can learn how to elegantly and artfully use AI to enhance your writing process and to improve your final output, your final product that you finish, I'm telling you, you can. I don't care who you are. But you, my friend, can use it to increase your productivity and improve your end product. You're the person who's going to end up writing more and better content faster. And that is a win, whatever kind of business you're in, whatever kind of work you're doing. I'm not a newbie to this space. I've been teaching people how to write for influence, impact, and income for over 30 years. And I can tell you, this is the biggest change in our marketplace, in our craft, in our field that's ever taken place in all of humanity's history. That's not an exaggeration. If you think it is, tell me what the bigger change was. It wasn't the printing press. That changed distribution. It didn't change content. So what's bigger? You can't tell me because there's nothing that's bigger, more liberating or more destructive, depending on how you choose to view it. This is the best time for those of us who love the craft of writing and who believe in its power to provide us with whatever we wish. Writing can get you anything you want. It's never been more true than it is now. And I hope you can see that AI will bring you the advantage that makes it feel almost unfair. But it's not unfair because anybody can pick up AI and do what you can do, but they won't. Let them not. Mel Robbins, let them not. Let them be left behind. There's no reason for you to lose out because your friends and colleagues and family chose not to even play the game. Now, in my company right now, we're doing a lot of work with writing new businesses. And yes, I said that correctly. So what do I mean? I mean, we're creating new businesses simply by writing. I decided to write a novel recently, a detective novel. And I did. And I loved the process. I enjoyed it so much. I decided to write a series of novels about this character. Then I decided I'm gonna sell these in the marketplace. In fact, I'm going to build my own little publishing company. I'm going to use the James Patterson model of I'm going to come up with high concept ideas for my books, and I'm going to have writing partners who help me finish them faster and better. And my main writing partner is AI, and I'm not embarrassed to tell you that. What does it mean to you and me? It means we can write more and better stories if we're going to write fiction. So we're building that company on the side. It's called Asher Heritage Publishing. I'll be telling you more about that in the future. So I've created a new brand for my author self, and I've written 3 novels, published one of them so far, put up the landing page, built the branding standards material, and we're getting ready to launch 2 more books in the next 30 days or so. It's not going to be a passive income business because I'm so excited about it. I enjoy it. It's going to be fun. And the fans of the books are awesome people. And it's just going to be a good time. So if you're interested in that, there's a link below in the description. Click on the Constables Club. You can find out more about how you can be part of that. Also, we are rebuilding our coffee shop brand, the coffee shop my son and I bought here in Spokane, Washington, a few years ago. We're very excited about what's in the works for Rebel 77, how we're going to be growing the brand. And yes, I'm still doing some one-on-one copywriting work for people. I do one client at a time, and I'll do it based on a partial revenue share. And we'll talk about that in our next podcast episode because I've recommended against doing those deals in the past. But there's been a few of them that I did that went really well. Like the ones I did with Donald Miller, for instance, have been great. And I'll be talking about why we're shifting and doing more rev share work. It's not much because I don't do very many projects. So anyway, I've rambled on enough for today. Take to heart what I've said. Don't be all pro gung-ho AI without looking at the reality. And don't be all 100% no AI, Luddite, crazy person denying the reality of what's here. But use it as a tool to make what you do better so you can do more of it faster with higher quality results for more people. That's the key. That's what's going to make it work for you and me. So I'll be back tomorrow. What I'd like to know between now and then is, what are your questions, and do you disagree with me? Do you have arguments to the contrary? I'd love to hear your arguments. Thank you for arguing. Please do so, but do it nicely. Do it in a civil way. Put it down below in the comments. Keep it clean. Keep it family friendly. And I'll get back to you within a day or two. Until then, God bless you. Live long and prosper. See you, my friends.